This is Kathy Biehl of Empowermentunlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of December 31st, 2018. 2018 already feels done. So done. Way overdone. We're hurtling into 2019 energetically, way ahead of the calendar. And boy, what an active and dynamic week we are diving into as the calendar changes page. It's not running for the sake of running, although there may be a small element of that. We do have moments of clarity about who we are and what it is we really want as we are, again, hurtling toward the change of year. It's going to feel different even before the clock strikes midnight. Mars, the planet that rules our action, is going to his home sign of Aries and lighting fires in all of us, lighting fires in everyone to get moving, get going, to push yourself, maybe to be a little boisterous, to be a little argumentative, a little assertive, a little aggressive, but nonetheless, just to get moving. After all the back and forth that Mars went through last year, including a long retrograde during the summer, it's incredibly refreshing and invigorating to feel like you can just move. Except very quickly we land in, so maybe we can't move quite so fast. What an odd and paradoxical mix of energies greets us as we get on the other side of the calendar page. There is a governor in place inside of us, something in us saying, whoa, wait, maybe we need to be careful. Then lightning bolts hit us upside the head and tilt our perspective and make us see things maybe we hadn't seen before. Or doorways open, conversations lead to breakthroughs, lead to situations that allow more, what was that word? Movement. Again. So much hubbub. Don't be surprised if you don't have the least inclination to address this age-old notion of New Year's resolutions or even the more modern variant of New Year's intentions. Lots going on, lots making your attention go this way and that, giving you a different way of looking at things. So even if you do manage to write some things down on New Year's Day, you're going to hit the delete key. You're going to go back over and rewrite some of it. I guarantee it. Probably your thinking won't get particularly concrete and practical until about the 4th, when Mercury, the planet that rules communication, moves into long-term Capricorn. Just in time for the first new moon of the year, which is also the first eclipse of the year, a solar eclipse in the middle of Capricorn. And if the new vibe of the new year hasn't already grabbed your attention, the energies of this eclipse will, as it knocks out goals and destinations and probably a person or three that don't fit with the path that you're building for yourself. And as this eclipse shoots you, except with Capricorn, it's not so much shooting as pushing you in a direction and winding the little key in the back of you so that you go step, 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 like a wind-up toy. With Saturn close to the new moon, Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, the planet of adulting, the guy that reminds you of your responsibilities and obligations at all times, with Saturn right there, we're going to be making choices and looking for the route that has the long-term prospect and the path that we can commit to. Not sure what's really going on? Don't worry. Uranus, lobber of lightning bolts, is turning direct at the end of Aries on January 6th. The planet of Epiphany is delivering epiphanies on the Feast of the Epiphany in the church calendar, the Three Kings Day, the Day of the Magi. the day that is celebrated as the arrival of the three wise men and the gifts that they brought to the baby Jesus. Perhaps Saturn is delivering wisdom to our inner children. Perhaps Uranus is shaking our viewpoint. That's probably a given, actually. Breaking the hold of goals and paths and institutions and responsibilities and conventions that are not appropriate for our current expression of our individuality, and breaking us from behaviors that are not responsible, pushing us into autonomy, bringing home lessons of the meaning of Uranus's time in Aries from 2010 to 2018. It may not be until after we get past these events that you can even think of, much less articulate, resolutions and goals for the year. And if you do come up with some, don't be surprised if they are uncommonly practical, tailored to you as you are now. In other words, not the same 10 to 15 things that you've been writing down every year for the past 12 years. Come on, we've all done it. And here's the surprise: intentions that you can actually carry out. Pay attention to what gets knocked out of your head. Pay attention to what gets knocked into your head. Pay attention to the tilts in perspective. Pay attention to the lightning strikes that startle and liberate you. All of these are orienting you in a direction, and wherever you face is the way you are going to go for the rest of the year. Homing thought of the week: life is a journey, not a destination. Song of the week: Insight by Depeche Mode. And the image of the week is Benjamin Franklin flying a kite in a lightning storm. You'll find more about this in my forecast for the month of January, and eventually in my forecast for the Capricorn new moon solar eclipse, which will be up by the middle of the week, at my site, Empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. You can also purchase my Astro overview for the year and sign up for my talk about the eclipses, which will be live on January 12th and available afterwards on MP4. I'll also have some really cool bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl in honor of the new year, so be sure to check that out. And if you are one of the thousands of people whose lives are guided and helped by my Astro Insight, please consider pledging $1 a month at my Patreon to keep this going. Talk to you next week. Talk to you next year.